Hello, dear students. Today we are going to start our journey to the domain of theoretical grammar of the English language. Frankly speaking, it's quite a complicated science, but the more challenging it is, the more rewarding the results of our investigation will be. My name is Pалутина О Г Теор. I'll be your guide. This lecture is devoted to the subject matter of theoretical grammar and parts of grammar. Language is a means of forming and storing ideas as reflections of reality and exchanging them in the process of human communication. It unites three parts: the phonological system, the lexical system, and the grammatical system. The aim of theoretical grammar of English is to give a theoretical description of its grammatical system. That is, to scientifically analyze and define its grammatical categories and study grammatical formation of utterances out of words in the process of speech making. Now let us talk about the difference between theoretical grammar and normative grammar, or practical grammar. On the screen you can see two examples, taken from the works of distinguished authors, which directly contradict practical grammar rules. For instance, not to use the verbs of sense perception in the continuous tense form. However, these sentences do not contain grammar mistakes in them from the point of view of theoretical grammar, because it differs from the normative grammar, giving a scientific, interpretative description of language structure. As to the units dealt with, grammar is divided into two parts: morphology and syntax. Morphology deals with morphemes and the forms of words. Syntax treats phrases, sentences, and higher syntactic units. Lingual units stand to one another in two fundamental types of relations: syntagmatic and paradigmatic. Syntagmatic relations are linear relations between elements making up some units. They are immediately observed in speech. On the screen you can also see the definition of a syntactic syntagma. There are four types of notional syntagmas: predicative, the combination of a subject and a predicate; objective, the combination of a verb and its object; attributive, the combination of a noun and its attribute; and adverbial, the combination of a modified notional word, such as a verb, adjective, or adverb, with its adverbial modifier. Unlike syntagmatic relations, paradigmatic relations cannot be directly observed in utterances. Grammatical paradigms express various grammatical categories. The minimal paradigm consists of two form stages. This kind of paradigm we can see, for example, in the expression of the category of number. And now a couple of words about the division shown on the screen. Parts of speech taken separately are within paradigmatic morphology. If we say that an adjective serves to modify a noun, we are already in the domain of syntagmatic morphology. Paradigmatic syntax treats variations of one and the same sentence. Syntagmatic syntax is what we traditionally call syntax. It studies relations between words and sentences. Let us turn to the units and levels of language. They can be segmental and suprasegmental. Segmental units consist of phonemes. They form phonemic strings of various status: morphemes, words, etc. Suprasegmental units do not exist by themselves. They are realized together with segmental units, for example, intonations, accents, word order, etc. The following slide displays the levels of the language starting from the smallest one. As you can see, the lowest and the smallest unit is the phoneme. It has only a form but no meaning. The next unit is the morpheme. It's the smallest meaningful unit of the language. The following unit is the word or the lexeme, which is the smallest nominative unit. Together with the phrase, which nominates more complicated phenomena. The next unit is the sentence or the proposeme, which is a predicative unit, and the highest level is that of the text. At the next lecture, we'll talk more about morphology. Thank you for your attention.